Is your QuickBooks a hot mess of old transactions? Ever open your QuickBooks and feel a wave of dread wash over you? Maybe you're staring down months, or even years of unreconciled items, duplicated entries, or just plain weird transactions that are muddying up your financial picture. It's like trying to navigate a ship through a swamp. You can't see the path forward, and everything is slow and stressful. If your historical data is making it impossible to trust your current financial reports, you're not alone. I was there, and the thought of auditing and correcting that backlog felt totally overwhelming. But here's the good news. I developed a simple, systematic approach to tackle that historical data mess. And today, I'm going to share the exact steps I use to get my books sparkling clean and trustworthy again. This isn't about ignoring the past. It's about making the past useful so you can focus on the future. Broom Phase 1, the historical review and diagnosis. The first step is diagnosis. You can't fix what you don't understand. Identify the problem period. Start by running a profit and loss, P&L, and balance sheet report for the entire period you suspect has issues. Often, these messes crop up before a specific cleanup date, like the beginning of your current fiscal year. For instance, my goal was to have a clean slate starting January 1st of this year, so I focused on everything before that date. Focus on key accounts. The biggest culprits are usually bank and credit card accounts and accounts receivable, A/R, and accounts payable, A/P. Look at your balance sheet. Are the bank balances in QuickBooks matching your actual bank statements for a prior date? If not, that's your starting point. Run the transaction detail report. For any account with a discrepancy, run a transaction detail report for the problem period. This report is your audit trail. Look for major red flags like unusual large entries without a clear vendor/customer, old, uncleared bank transactions that should have cleared months ago. These are often the transactions causing the biggest headaches. Hammer and wrench Phase 2, the systematic cleanup. Once you know where the dirt is, you can start scrubbing. Handling old, uncleared bank transactions. This is the most common issue. If a transaction shows up in QuickBooks as uncleared, but you know for a fact it cleared the bank 6 months ago, or it's an entry error, you have a few options. The right way, reconciliation. The ideal solution is to go back and complete the missed reconciliations. This confirms the balance and clears the items. The practical way, write off for very old, small transactions that you've confirmed are simply errors that will never clear or balance out. You can often write them off to an expense account like bank reconciliation discrepancies, only if you're certain the total impact is minor and won't affect prior tax filings. The key is to check with your accountant first. For large items, you must reconcile or fix the original entry. Dealing with stale A/R and A/P. Are you showing customers who owe you money from 3 years ago? Or bills you supposedly never paid? For accounts receivable, A/R, use the bad debt process to write off invoices that will never be paid. This moves the balance off your asset account and onto an expense account. For accounts payable, A/P, you often have to manually zero out old bills you know were paid but were never properly closed in QuickBooks. Hitting an income account like other income or a suspense account, again, only after consulting a pro. White heavy check mark Phase 3. Locking it down. The final step is to prevent this from happening again. QuickBooks allows you to close your books to prevent accidental changes to periods that have already been filed with tax authorities. Go into your company settings and set a closing date. Once set, anyone trying to edit a transaction before that date will need a password, saving you from future historical data nightmares. Cleaning up your historical data is tough work, but it's the only way to gain true confidence in your current financials. Once it's done, monthly reconciliation becomes fast, reporting is accurate, and you finally have a clear view of your business health. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.